This is Wallace Gator Bradley. You know, one of the things I want to say that's very important, now that school has started again, I want to say let's all wrap our arms around those children. Let's make all those children our children. Let's listen to them. And let's understand that we need to listen to them to see what the concerns may be with their family, so that we all can become good neighbors to one another. One of the things that I'm feeling, because I'm hearing more and talking less, and that is the everyday struggles that our children have from the time that they wake up to the time that they get dressed to the time that they go out the door to go to school. Or if we got someone that's a young adult, that's a family member, the struggles that they have to go through to even get to work, to go and stop at a gas station to get gas. We all sit back as parents and wonder, will they make it home? But then when you listen to the children, they let you know that they wonder if you're going to make it home. There's a lot of violence that's happening in our town, and I wish that all those who are running for office come together. I wish all the various different fraternities and different sororities take time and come together. And I believe that there's peace and love and unity. I think the most wonderful thing about Ron making the decision not to run is that he's allowing a community, especially the African American community, to have a chance to come back for the sake of unity that I haven't seen since Earl Washington died. We all have a right to disagree with one another, but we shouldn't have the right to hate one another because we disagree with one another. And I believe if the African American community come together in unity, it'll make this city come together more so in unity to find solutions to the senseless violence and how to make this city better for all the residents within the 17 communities that makes up Chicago. When I read the paper about the young guys and girls that's getting killed between the ages of 11 to 21, I'm like, wow, that's a whole generation that's being slaughtered and haven't really had the full energy to dream or visualize how they can contribute to making this city better. Look at all the teachers that has died, or the individuals that wanted to emulate their teacher, not given a chance to go to school to become a teacher because they got killed in senseless violence. Like the little 2-year-old that got killed in Gary, Indiana. But it touched a family here that's a friend of mine and others in Chicago. Or the 11-year-old got killed here, and the 12-year-old got killed there. can't even come out to a block club party or enjoy music. They're doing what their parents tell them to do, stay in front of the house. And I'm appealing to the brothers that be calling me and saying, Gator, what can we do? And I want to say this. I got to find the right words because I don't want people to take what I'm saying out of context. So for a lack of a better phrase, I think that they need to push the fraternal order of the communities coming together. The same way like the gang leadership was once together and accepting the responsibility for what they have done, me inclusive, including me and other brothers and sisters that was in street organizations, that because we had fraternal guidance, whether it was Masonic orders or whether it were the Qs or whatever sororities or fraternities there were, to come together. And a lot of brothers be calling me and saying, Gator, we will stand up and accept that responsibility to help stop this crime, but we're afraid of being locked up under the RICO Act. I think they need to find a way to say that if brothers from the various street organizations who want to stand up and tell their children and individuals that they may influence, to say, hey, we stand up and saying we're no longer gonna just accept y'all for shooting up the community. And we want to say everybody has to stop. Like I say, we all got to become our brother's keepers. Okay? And I feel sometimes we got to listen to them and let them know we're willing to listen to them. And like after this brother Hotshot had died, it woke a lot of brothers up from the various organizations who are now elders now, just realizing the people that's getting killed are their grandchildren. And they losing the fear that they may get locked up for a RICO Act when they not committing a crime by telling the individual, hey, before you grab that gun, why don't you bring your concern to us so that we can try to squash the beef. If you got a drug problem, we're not trying to, let me say that again, not a drug problem. If you're an individual out there selling drugs and you having a drug war, we're not trying to get involved in that. But if you mad at someone to the point where you want to kill them because your girlfriend said something positive about that individual when she really was just giving you constructive criticism by saying, baby, he's sharp. I think you would look nice in a suit too. Don't get mad and go shoot that brother because he got a suit on and your girl said, you would look good in a suit too. Those type of problems, you can bring them to brothers for us to listen to you, to hear what you're going through, because we once was like that too. It wasn't just Elvis Presley talking about, don't step on my blue suede shoes. And we'll get to fighting. But that's one of the things that made us come together up under auspices of United in Peace to solve problems like that. If an individual didn't want to obey the discipline, guidance in the organization that he was in, no other organization took him in. Because we felt he would create a gang war because he didn't listen to the rules of the organization that he was in. There was righteous rules of discipline. Not no rules about mixing no dope and none. I ain't talking about that. Or if the young lady chose one individual over who she was with, we was able to say, okay, brother, you know this woman is in love with this man, or this man is in love with this woman, and you coming into the middle of that relationship, we will tell you, don't let her make a decision to go back home. And you want to get mad at that brother because she went back home and try to create a gang war. And we stopped that and we squashed that. I'm saying, and I'm putting the call out, we need to put the call out across the land that we willing to listen to someone that got something on his mind, as long as it's not a criminal enterprise. If you got something on your mind that's bothering you and you want someone just to listen to you, the brothers and the sisters have came to me and said, Gator, on your show, let them know we willing to listen. Because 9 times out of 10, the individuals that saying they're willing to listen are either your older brothers or sisters, your aunts or uncles, your mothers and fathers that's willing to hear you out before you feel that no one wants to hear what you got to say, don't care about what you have to say, don't love you. I believe the alternative to hate is love. And I'm just saying, a lot of us been where you at in the point of your life. A lot of us once felt that we wouldn't get to be 18. Because we knew that once you became 18, you became an adult. So we did reckless things. I'm reading about suicidal rates among young people. And I'm only putting emphasis on African American youth because I'm African American and I'm trying to do everything that I can to stop senseless violence within our community. And I know that the Hispanic leadership that were former gang members are doing the same thing, because I talk to them all the time. And a lot of them have been blessed that their community has elected them to elected office to help show or help guide or help control their community. And I'm making this appeal. I'm seeing young leadership that's running for alderman, and one of the young men that I'm seeing, like in the 20th Ward, Kevin Bailey, who's a committeeman, and I know he's running for alderman in the 20th Ward, and that's not knocking anybody else that want to run. I just know this guy personally. And I'm seeing other young adults that want to run for alderman, even in Inglewood, like Miss Coleman. She's the committeeman of the 20th Ward. I'm seeing within the African American wards, the young Democrats that's coming out of the various wards, that's pushing to become young Democrats so they can get into this process about not just running for office, but knowing how to run for office and knowing what to do when they get in office to represent their constituency. And one of the secrets is this: be a servant to your constituent, regardless of what office that you run for. A lot of our elders didn't get behind us when we was running. We didn't get mad, but one thing for sure, a lot of us are going to be supporting some of the millennials that feel that they qualify to run for office by starting with this fact: we're not going to tell nobody not to run. We're going to tell everyone who wants to run, run. We're not telling anybody who want to run for mayor not to run. We're telling everybody to run. But be prepared for the chance that you win and get elected. Be prepared to take the responsibility and be accountable for the office that you're seeking. And one of the things is this: I'm asking everyone to be aware that I believe early voting starts September 27th, 2018. You can register to vote all the way up to November 6th, 2018. If you want someone to come from the Board of Elections, be it the Chicago Board of Elections, or if you're in the suburbs, the Cook County Board of Elections, to come and train deputy registers, if you got 20 or more individuals, you can call the City Board of Elections and tell them you want someone to come there and show your group how to be a deputy register. If you're in the suburbs, you can call the Cook County Board of Elections and let them know that you want someone to come out and show them how to become deputy registers. We got a chance to do what is right, because we see what is happening in Washington, D.C., where there's a move to suppress voters, African American voters especially. You may be a young adult today, but if you don't do the right thing tomorrow, your future is going to be ruined for your children. When you see what's happening in Washington, D.C., and this woman is over the Department of Education, laying down rules that will affect the state boards of education that would affect the city board of education, and would affect the education of your children. We are under social attack, and we're not doing what can be done, and that is get registered and vote. Your votes count. Even if you lose, your vote count. Because by you voting for whatever candidate it is, you help set their platform, which is known as an agenda. We got to stop beefing with one another and understanding the fact that we all have an opinion and we all have a right to disagree with one another. But you show your power when you go to the polls, and you won't lose. That's the wonderful thing about primaries. Everybody's idea and platform get addressed. And when it comes down to the unity after the primary, what was my platform, what was your platform, and if I lost, in order for me to come together with you, you say, hey, I'm going to make this a part of my platform. If it's reversed and I win, and you say, Gator, in order for us to win together for the community, can my platform become a part of your platform? That's how we got to do what we got to do to make this country better for all of us. So, I can go on and on talking about what's right. I don't have all the answers. I'm just voicing my opinion, and I'm on record for saying I'm of the opinion that I'm going to be listening more and speaking a whole lot less unless I'm on my show. And on this show, it's an opinionated show. So my callers have a right to call in and voice their opinion. And if you notice about this show, we're not arguing over one another's opinion. And at the end of the show, we all agree to disagree. But we all took the time to listen to one another more. So with this wide peace, I just want to say this, that hey, we all got to come together, because it takes all of us to make this better. And I'm going to close out on this. We all can make a change. All we got to do is just do it. The Nike commercial that they have out now with Cooperneck is a positive thing, because it says it's crazy until you do it. And when I see all the people that say they want to burn up their old Nikes, because Nike is doing what they're doing, because a lot of people now are accepting the responsibility to speak up on social issues, because everybody knew this, that man was not kneeling and disrespecting the flag. Trump convinced everyone that that's what he was doing. And that's what started the chaos. That's what hate does. So I'm glad Nike took the stand with him to show what he was really saying and what this country was talking about. Black lives do matter, regardless who takes another black life. be it another African American or a bad police officer. Brown lives matter. Blue lives matter. Yellow lives matter. All lives matter. We got to end senseless violence within this country for everyone. And with that, I want to say, to God be the glory.